guys, this is Rurouni K95 here. Today's video, we're going to be doing a brand new discussion video for today's topic on this video, and we're going to be discussing about the good picture quality on these home video releases. We're going to be doing the difference here between the VHS picture quality and the Blu Ray picture quality in this one. So, it all seems to this as well, because I just realized what I want to come by for this is that, despite for the whole fact of how you wanted to come by for this as well, because, just to give you a little heads up for this is that, well, for the because you all know what the Blu-rays are, because they were created in 2006, though. During before the final days of the VHS era, because everybody's been starting to buy DVDs and Blu-rays nowadays, though, because despite, though, that the VHS picture quality, it's not even almost as it's supposed to be in, like, a proper... excuse me. The picture quality is only on 480p picture quality for the VHSs on there, especially for how the picture quality depends on every one of those VHSs on these picture qualities as well, because they're not even as bright enough or in a good proper picture quality depending on the VHS format on there on every one of them as well. Because half of the format on the VHSs on here are only presented it in 480p picture quality on there, because this explains why. Because most of the VHSs I keep are what I got the most, but the other ones that I have are all packed away in storage as well, because just to give a little words for that as well, because I just wanted to consider the fact of that. But then again, just considering the VHS picture quality, it never has any good high definition bright on there as well. Blu-rays, on the other hand, are presented in a good, better picture quality and high definition that are basically like, I believe it was 1080p picture quality. Yep, that's particularly of what I could come by, because they have more better picture and more better image quality than the VHSs were originally, accordingly. And usually to the point out as where most of them I have here basically have good, better picture quality. I mean, I have no problem with VHSs of what I keep, of what I like the most. Well, I mean, I used to collect a lot of VHS tapes back in 2006, though. Well, I used to have a lot of VHS tapes, but most of them were given away, though, back in 2010, just around the time when DVDs and Blu-rays started to take over as well. Well, most of them as well, excuse me, despite I have not been buying any VHS tapes since 2016, which was Akira, which I have is in my anime collection, because that VHS was only presented it in 480p picture quality. It's not even high definition on the picture quality on there, especially here for the format on there as well. And on the other hand is that I just wanted to have the real simple thing for how this Blu-rays have good, better picture quality in 1080p high definition quality, because it has more better picture quality than the VHSs were, because the VHSs are only presented in 480p picture quality. Yeah, because yeah, let's just give you a heads up for this as well. But the reason here is simple, because I just wanted to know about how I've been realized as well. Hey, I mean, most of my VHSs in my collection are presented in 480p picture quality. Although I have some Blu-rays though, because Blu-rays are presented in 1080p picture quality in high definition, and this has got to me for this as well. In the whole thing for this, excuse me. So, Blu-rays have better picture quality. Second of all, Blu-ray's got a better picture quality to see, where you can see everything. It is like if you bought a film on the Blu-ray, or like certain anime or a TV show, or like documentaries or like certain cartoons on Blu-ray in general, they have got a good picture quality in 1080p high definition quality. Like, especially if you ever bought one as well. Looks and it has a good, better picture quality of the same home video treatment for a good high definition quality than it has with the VHSs when they were presented it in 480p picture quality. Yeah, because I think about it, I just wanted to come by for how I wanted to realize for this as well. I mean, think about it, because here's a thing for how I wanted to giving you some facts and simple things about it. Well, I mean, once you finish watching just because the VHSs, like, after you finish watching them, where it's all have those static sounds or those hisses and pops on the VHSs on here, especially like the black screen of death on here, and then it has VHSs on there because they have like these black screen of deaths on there, like especially when it has like these long beeping noises on there, like I mean how they were doing this. Sometimes they have it in those, how they put it, like at the picture quality, because it's always presented in 480p old VHS quality. Well, there are many obvious ones on there. Like many VHS tapes on there, they're all presented in picture qualities that are 480p. Unlike the Blu-rays and that got good, better picture quality in 1080p high definition quality, because it's got a good, better picture and better high definition quality than the VHSs had. Because despite though that VHSs are presented in 480p picture quality, because I just wanted to come by for the fact of this as well, because I just wanted to know for this as well. And you're having a whole little special stigma where you have its own little self-way of this for whatever the reason of us, because I have been testing out some Blu-rays on here, and hold on, because I have some VHSs on there that have been on there that have always got the whole special way of how, so how they have gotten these whole 480p picture quality, like the old, because they were not in like high definition though, particularly because I just wanted to come by on how I want to know which one has the better picture quality as well. That's the reason. It's simple though. I mean, let's take it out for example, like I have something on the Blu-ray as well. Let's say, for example, like I have this copy of The Jungle Book on Blu-ray. This is the Diamond Edition Blu-ray release on there that has the DVD on there. Because the Blu-ray release on there has a good, better 1080p picture quality, which is pretty much of how it's presented in a good high-definition quality, which it looks better than the VHS I have, which is presented in 480p picture quality of the same film as well. It's like one of those ways of how you ever wanted to go to a video store when you ever want to look for a film to rent or to buy whenever it's on sale. Like whenever they put it in the section where they put these new releases where it was on sale, as far as I know, which I could remember for this accordingly as well. So the ain't real simple as that, because Blu-rays have more better picture quality, it's just in 180p high definition quality as well. Well, most VHSs are only presented in 480p picture quality before Blu-rays started, despite though that Blu-rays are presented in 1080p high definition picture quality for a good tone of better colors and brightness on the Blu-ray, depending on what it has on there. On every one of them as well. Hey, I mean, most of them have basically... However, there is only one VHS tape, which is basically how it's decoding in a picture quality. There is one simple VHS called WVHS, which they're basically VHSs that are in high definition quality, where it's encoding on, depending on the picture quality, on those analog VHS tapes on there. There's every certain one of them in general. Yeah, because I just realized of how it's depending on whatever the picture quality of how WVHS tapes were. They're a lot more than common. Some of them could be not available, depending whether if you could track them down, almost if you could find them everywhere. Accordingly, of how I can realize for that. Just to give you a little words and example of this as well. Yeah, because some of them were conforming to like these HD TV systems for what WVHSs were before Blu-rays were invented in 2006, though. Like certain movies that were on VHSs on there were in high definition quality on those WVHS tapes, though, because they were presented in high definition, which is long before Blu-rays of what I could come by to this as well. And I don't think you can ever find any VHSs that are presented in high definition that has a high definition picture quality. Yeah, because I just wanted to come by for this as well. Because this is how it was long before Blu-rays arrived as well. I mean, to make it things that are much more easy, though, because on the other hand, like once you bought a film on the WVHS, because they were all presented in high definition, though, which is long before VHSs arrive as well. Oh, because that's pretty much of what I could... Still, that's not the same film that you could find on the... that were created by JVC, which is the format on there as well. If it's in a good, better picture quality, that I have never known about this. I mean, HD VHSs from WVHS never looked so good of how it's have been coming around on these high definition quality before, up until Blu Ray discs and 4K Ultras arrived as well. Still, that's particularly the same exact format of this certain film on the WVHS in the high definition quality. That's why. Yeah, that's particularly... It's a lot more different than VHS, your standard average VHS to this day, despite though that VHSs are presented in 480p picture quality. I mean, once you watch a film that you bought on the VHS, most of them are how they are presented in 480p picture quality as how they always got those. Accordingly, they're more different than there as well, because this all has got to the case for what I could come by for this as well. Well, particularly though, is that WVHSs are presented in high definition, which is, especially if you watch it on the JVC VCR, well, it depends on the picture quality on there. If it's the age of the tape, though, unless if it's almost as faulty as it would have been as well, because think about it, because I just wanted to know of how I wanted to come by for how I wanted to known for this accordingly. Even though, if you're like me, I never own WVHSs on there that are like, because I don't think I have ever seen or own any of them in general, to be honest, because if they're difficult to find, if you could track them down almost everywhere, unless you can find them on eBay. If you ever wanted to look for those on eBay, they're more different than DVDs or Laserdiscs or VCDs or 4K Ultras on the other hand, though. I mean, once you bought a film, like if you ever wanted to look for a VHSs on there, like if you bought a film on the WVHSs, you have to play them on your double VHS VCR player, which is under either JVC or Victor or Magna or any ones, unless if you find those that are under Magnavox or anyone, depend on the brand on there as well, because they're a lot more common than any other home video format in general, because I just wanted to, of course, basically have how you ever want to come by to this accordingly of whatever I come by to that as well. Which is long before Blu-rays arrive as well, because like once you bought a certain film on there, because it would have been wanted to look for these if you could ever track those down, if you could ever find them online or anywhere. Excuse me. So Because, sorry if I was a little tired though. I mean, it's just that I wanted to explain about, there's some uncommon thing about the picture qualities between VHSs and the Blu-ray, though. Because, especially if it's either high definition or standard definition, though. Because this explains why, because if you would have ever find those out there on the market, though, then if you're like me, though, as ever been learning to research, that doesn't mean you're running into an issue, though. Yeah, but this is a lot very uncommon accordingly as well. Because despite that WVHSs, they're basically on those WVHS systems on here, especially for how on the high definition video signal, yeah, they were capable of having on those SVHS medias out there. Some of them can be in under the methods, whether it's in standard definition or in high definition quality on these WVHSs on there, which is these high definition VHS tapes on there. However, they have got, they're basically a lot more different than any other ones out there. If you're ever, because WVHSs were also very common in other countries. I mean, that's more different than I thought as well, huh? Because some of them, like, if you would have ever, because how they were used with Japan's high vision technology for these analog high definition television system, then if it would have been how it's compatible for these WVHS ones as well. However, the use on there, how it's a lot more different and it's a lot very uncommon, though. However, Blu-rays, on the other hand, they got a lot more better picture quality, which is presented in not 1.8. Well, Blu-rays have better picture quality, which is presented in 1080p high definition quality, though. Oh, because they wanted to have a better picture quality, which I could remember for all of this as well. Of course, that's particularly, despite that Blu-rays were launched since June 20th of 2006, though, Blu-rays becoming the new ones as well, because they gotten a lot more better picture quality, though. Especially for those bringer high definition quality since June of 2006 as well, because there's basically how a lot more has to come across for this accordingly as well. Yeah, still I must say, though, is that they got better picture quality of this as I could remember for all that. Yeah. Especially of how I wanted to know for this. One of the most reasons is that on the media and quality and the especially for the VC, no, not VC, Blu-ray, I meant. Well, Blu-rays, however, on the other hand, they got better picture quality, especially if you ever want to figure out a way as well. Because most of them as well, because however, the Blu-ray cases on there have been a lot more smaller than the DVD cases, but they could be fit perfectly on the shelf of your collection like I have as well. Because I just wanted to come by to this as well accordingly as what I could know for this as well, in case you're wondering as well. Excuse me. So, for the most part of this as well, because I just wanted to know, it's just that I really wanted to explain about, I believe it was particularly having the good question of what I could, is that you're knowing, which is a lot more difference of self-confidence as of how you wanted to figure out a way of, I believe it was how they're presenting in a good letterbox in the Blu-ray quality whenever they have it in the, especially if you bought a film on the Blu-ray, then it would be probably presented in a good picture quality on the, I believe it was probably how it, whenever they have their film restoration on every single film on the Blu-ray for a good, better picture quality and 1080p high definition quality as well, because I just wanted to know of this as well, because especially whenever you wanted to come by for this as well, because I just wanted to get to my theory though of how Blu-rays are a good proper way for if you ever wanted to upgrading them. I mean, if you have a VHS on there, but it's, the thing is that it's only presented in 480p picture quality. I don't think it's probably in high definition quality as well. But if you upgrade it to the Blu-ray, then you would be lucky if ever thought of picking something for a good, better 1080p high definition picture quality, if you ever been thought of this as well. Of course, that's particularly what I wanted to come by for the fact of this as well. Think about it, because now you know of how Blu-rays are got the good, better 1080p picture quality, which has got a lot more better picture quality than the VHS's had these 480p picture quality, because VHS picture quality are not even supposed to be how it's presented as it thought it would for the how the it's on the picture quality on the VHS format as well. I would say particularly is the more difference, and it's a lot very common though, because that's particularly of what I can come across for this, as far as I know. That's why, because I just wanted to explain about the picture quality on that and as well, if I'm not mistaken. That's why, and that all makes sense though, particularly that's why. So that's what I could remember for what I have, is what you're knowing as how I've been having these most Blu-rays as well, because most of them I have on there, I have the format on there, or I got are mostly Blu-rays on there, because despite though that Blu-ray's gotten more better picture quality on here, as particularly as gotten a good proper way to upgrade though. Let's say for example, like I have this copy of Blade Runner, the final cut on Blu-ray. This is presented in 1080p high definition picture quality, because this has gotten a lot very more delivering the good to this fresh as well, especially for if you ever wanted to go buy a Blu-ray, which is particularly of how it's presented in 1080p picture high definition picture quality as well. That's here for the thumbnail, huh? Yeah, because I just wanted to know for this as well. It's just that I wanted to discuss about the picture quality, that's why. So that's going to be it for my video here for today, you guys. Thank you for watching, but before we go, here's what I'm going to say for this one. Well, because this is the first time I wanted to talk about the picture quality between the Blu-rays that are presented in 1080p high definition quality and the VHS quality presented in 480p picture quality, because I just wanted to do a video like this, which I have never done one like this until now. That's why. Hope to subscribe for more content. Be sure to subscribe to my channel by clicking on the subscribe button, especially if you're new to my channel as a newcomer, because I've been literally getting into the Blu-ray, that's why. And also smack the like button if you enjoyed the video, and also be sure to hit the notifications bell button. Be sure to get notified also as well for more latest updates on here, just to keep you notified as well. Let me know your thoughts by leaving in the comments right in the comments section below on this video, because I just want to talk about the picture quality, that's why. And also be sure to check out my Anime Planet or Analyst at your leisure at this point as well. And that's live what I got for today. This is Rurouni K95 saying thank you for watching my video, and I'm glad you liked it. I hope you enjoy it. Hope to see you soon for the next video. Hope you have a great day, and be sure to stay safe and stay healthy. And that's all I have, what I have for today as well. So this is Rurouni K95 signing off. Thank you for watching my video, and I will see you soon for more videos. Take care.